welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Shiro Triza. Welcome to my channel on my journey through my addiction, how I tackle my alcoholism. And like I say, addiction is a disease. It's an actual disease that will kill you just like any other. So I know I haven't posted something for a while because I've been moving around. I've been very busy, family matters. So first of all, I want to start by apologizing. I know I promised to be, well, I didn't really promise, but I said I would try to be consistent, and so far I haven't, but well, I hope I will. So last segment I talked about my early warning signs, and in this segment I will be talking about a question that someone asked me actually on Instagram, and they went like, you seem like you're very confident and self-assured, and you know what you're doing, so why did you really drink? Here's the thing, people can look it, but you really never know what's going on in someone's head. I've always looked confident. I've always looked like I know what I'm doing. I've always looked like I have the answer to everything, but sometimes I always tend to struggle from the inside. So for that question, why did I really drink before, as an addict? Like when I used to really drink, I always used to blame it on people, my company, where I lived. I used to live in Gara, and I was in a hostel that was above a club, so that made it accessible. So I used to say like, oh, the club is just here, I can just buy, this and that. There were many other clubs around. More my friends drink, and mind you, I won't mention name, but none of those were really even, much of drinkers. Yes, they drank a lot, like every night you had some place to go, but those people could handle their alcohol. Now, as an addict, you're unfortunate if you hang around people who can handle their own alcohol and can party, and you can't really handle your alcohol. So yeah, before I used to blame it on other people, and as an addict, the last thing you do is, before you accept it, you never want to take the blame. But for a fact, now I want to say this, that after I went to rehab, and you go through a lot of therapy and you have a lot of self-realization, I realized that I drank because in some way I have a fear. And my biggest fear is always, even in high school, it was always the fear of failure. I am a bright person. I've always been, and I'm very proud of that. But I always have this fear of failure. I've even refused to try stuff because I don't want to fail. If I wanted, I could have started this channel like way early after, because I've been 2 years and a few months sober. But I always said like, what if I share and people don't, like what I do? So my fear of failure is my biggest enemy. But then, I had that fear in campus, especially when I got in and you're in this class, you have like 100 and something students, and, you're all bright students. So everyone seems like, they know it all. And then, I don't know, I think it's some sort of self-esteem issue, right? So you always feel like, oh my God, what if, in campus, you never know how, like, you're not ranked like number 1, 2, 3, 4. So you always look at your grades and you're like, what if I'm the last? What if I'm not doing great? And mind you, I was doing good. According to me, I was doing good, way good, better compared to a lot of people. But I always have this thing, what if I'm not doing this? What if I'm the last? What if this is happening? And then now when my addiction, like my drinking really kicked in, and then you start looking at your cousins, your friends, people are doing good in schools, they're doing good in life, and you're like, oh, what am I doing? What am I, I think I was kind of sort of self-destructive. Like I always have this, devil on my shoulder, angel on the other, and the devil always, used to win in that sector. So yeah, so why I really drank was more of a self-esteem issue, and self-destruction kind of character, and doubting myself and not believing in myself, and that led to a very serious, not even one, a couple of phases of depression. I got depressed a lot, and depression and drinking is not good. And alcohol are not a good combo of disorders to have. So yeah, so I basically in this channel wanted to reach out to people there, and when I said like, you don't have to have a drinking problem or a substance abuse problem and think like it's because of people. It's always because of something you have inside, and self-realization is always a good part. And the first, second steps, the first step when you're going to rehab is you have to accept you have a problem. It has to be a step you want to take. You have to realize it's you who has a problem, not other people. And this applies to every kind of substance abuse. And yeah, so why I drank basically is because of me, and I want this to go out to everyone there who might be struggling with this. And know that you have to accept that you have a problem. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's the easiest way to recovery. So you have to accept. So for that, someone out there who asked that question, I hope I really answered you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I know I didn't tackle much, but I felt like that question had to be answered, because that is the first question you have to ask yourself if you have a problem, a substance abuse problem, or alcoholism, or whatever kind of addiction you're suffering from. You have to answer, like, why do I do this? You have to answer that to yourself, not to other people. You have to do it to yourself. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. For any comments, you can comment below. Thank you again to those people who have subscribed. Thank you for the support. And also remember, for those who are new, to subscribe to my channel. And I hope that I really touch a lot of hearts. And yeah, so I've really missed you guys, and I really hope you enjoy this. So I love you guys, and goodbye.